The prices of the Star Wars Vintage Collection continue to skyrocket, especially the figures from the 2010-2013 time range. What about the more current figures from the 2018-2022 range? Well, in this video, we're going to talk about the most expensive figures from that current range. And we just got this figure in the mail. Is this in our top 10? Find out in the next Action Collectibles and More video. Alright, so before we get into our list, let's see what's in this box. Since I'm started collecting the vintage collection again, I need to get my favorite droid, which is R2. So I got this figure off eBay, just fell right outside our list. The crazy thing about it, back in 2019, I did buy this figure for 12 bucks or $13. Got it online. Now I just paid 40 for it. Yeah, so R2 is my newest addition to the collection. But right now, we're gonna go over the top 10 most expensive figures from 2018 to present. So let's do that right now. Okay, so I just want to go over how I came up with my top 10 list. So I used eBay and I sorted by sold items, and I took the last items sold for each figure and did an average. I didn't use any other platform, so you might be able to get these figures for a little cheaper on maybe Facebook or some other platform, because eBay has seller fees and mad expensive. So, and in this top 10, I am not going to include any playsets or vehicles. It's just for carded action figures only. So anyway, so first figure on the list, which is number 10, is the Grammarian God. It's very interesting that he's on this list, and the reason why I say that is because he is a re-released figure, and this figure came out, I believe, in 2019, and he was part of a single case re-release. And this figure is still going for a high price. I mean, it's actually not much less than the figure that came out in the first release that came out in the 2010-2013 date range. This figure has always been a top figure in the vintage collection. It's been one of the best ones I've made. Even now to this date, they have made some awesome figures, but this one, the sculpt is amazing, and it's an army builder, right? So people like to have this figure in their collection, not only on the card, but loose as well. You definitely need a couple of these. So a number 9 figure, and this one is the Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. So this figure is going for on average around $50. Again, part of a re-release wave. The original one, the unpunched one, is going for upwards to about $100. But this one alone going at $50. So if you're getting into the vintage collection right now, you don't want to wait too long to get this figure, because then you're gonna be looking at even higher price probably from a year from now, especially with the show coming out. I don't think they're going to re-release this figure again. I think they'll make an Obi-Wan on the different card. But yeah, you definitely don't want to hold out for this figure. So our number 8 figure is kind of a surprise. It's from everyone's favorite movie, The Rise of Skywalker. So this is VC-156 Rey. So for this figure to go for a lot of money, it's surprising. But the reason for it is because they made this Rise of Skywalker wave for Triple Frost Friday, right before the movie came out. And they didn't make a lot of this wave. So I think every figure in this wave is going up in price. And so again, if you just started out collecting, or you don't have that wave and you want to collect every figure in this line, you might want to look into this wave. And our number 7 figure is another Clone Wars figure, and it's VC-172, and it's ARC Trooper 5s, and it's going for upwards to about $60. 5s came out and kind of disappeared. Definitely look into him if you're looking to complete your collection or even start your collection. Our number 6 figure on our list is the Vintage Collection Merrick. So this figure was a Target exclusive. It was offered, I think, sometime over the summer, and it came with the X-Wing. The only way to get this figure is if you bought this X-Wing, and right now the X-Wing is out of stock at Target. I don't see it in stores anymore, and the figure is going anywhere between $65 to $90. Depending on the condition. So the average price of this figure right now is $75, but if those X-Wings don't come in stock again, I feel like that figure will keep going up in price. VC-146 Luke Skywalker crate, and this figure again is up near $75. Could be even more depending on the quality of the card back. I've seen some go for $60. I've seen some go for over $100, but the average is $75. Again, the figure is from the movie Last Jedi, which is I believe not a very good movie in my opinion, and I think a lot of people don't buy a lot of stuff from the sequels, but this figure, I don't think they made a lot of it, and it's an actually great looking figure and a great card back, so it's one of the high prices out of the figures that came out in this date range. Alright, so now we're going to go up to the top 4. These 2 figures I'm going to talk about right now are from the Razor Crest that was actually released this year. And these two figures that came with that Razor Crest, it's only available with the Razor Crest. So that's why it makes this figure very desirable. And the third figure is from the same Razor Crest, and this one is the child. It has a different card back as the wide open edition, and that one has the child on it. This one says Grogu, so that's why it's more money, and obviously it's a very limited, unpunched, and it's going for $100. Number 2 figure on the list, and it is the VC-148 Tank Commander. It is going for an average price of $130. This figure, came out with the Loot Crate wave, and that figure's going for $75, which is pretty hard. It actually came out with the R2-D2, which I just unboxed earlier today, and that figure's probably, I think, is the least expensive out of all the figures of that wave. But this one is number 2 on the list, so it's the second most expensive figure in this date range. Our number 1 most expensive figure from the 2018-2022 timeline in the vintage collection is the coin card Yak Face. So this was from the Sail Barge edition. The Sail Barge was backed at the time for $500. Right now it's going for like $2,000, maybe even more. But this figure right now is on the average of $250. So this figure is actually going for half the cost of the Sail Barge when it first came out. So that's amazing. It's crazy. So this figure, I think, is going to keep going up. I think it's going to be probably one of the most expensive figures from this vintage collection. All right, so I think you guys are going to think I'm crazy for saying this, but I think the Clone Wars Darth Maul that just came out over the summer, and I think Brownie, my dog, I think she agrees with me, right? I really think she's on board with this. That this figure here, I think, is going to be going up in price over the next couple years. The reason why I say that is because, number 1, it's a great figure of a very popular character. And the Clone Wars is, very popular. A lot of figures that are on my list are from the Clone Wars. But the reason why I say this is because obviously it's a great figure, and people are gonna say, well, it came 3 per case. Out of that case, all those figures, with the exception of Darth Maul, are being reissued again in a single case. So what I'm saying is, there's a whole bunch of Ahsokas that are coming out, and 8 per case. This figure is not, for now. I mean, that could change. But if you go on some of the retailers, the online retailers, I don't see this figure up there for a pre-order. So that leads me to believe that this figure was always only available in that case, that first case came out, and it's not gonna be available again. This figure is gonna be one to get. So if you just start out collecting, I know you wanna go back and get, some of those older figures, but grab that one, grab that whole wave actually that came out, and stop picking up some of these figures that on that list, because they're gonna keep going up. Anyway, thanks for watching, and like always, go get yourself some action figures.